One of the things I really like with on the image with colors actually is the possibility of setting up the light on a very specific color. And there is two ways you can do this. Actually more than two ways, but there is two ways that are my favorite, and it's black and white adjustment layer and selective color. How does it work? How you can actually affect the lights using the layers that affect the color. So very simple. I'm just going to open these two layers first. Of course, you could work with everything. You could work with color balance as well. Maybe I'm also going to open to show you how does it work. And possibility why we can do this is because of the blending modes. If you choose blending mode as a color, all the adjustment you're going to apply will affect the color, but will not affect the lights. And if you choose blending mode luminosity, all adjustments you're going to apply will affect the lights and will not affect the colors. So right now we have color balance layer set to luminosity. Of course, it's meant to be one as a black and white, and here we have, okay. So this one I'm going to turn off. We have color balance set as luminosity, and look what is going to happen when you go, for example, to shadows, and we're going to manipulate between blue and yellow color. So I'm going to affecting the lights in shadow. I'm darkening the shadow, and here not that much. But the problem with color balance, it's not very color accurate and more about tones and color accurate. So like it doesn't give us such a beautiful results. That's why I prefer to work with black and white and selective color. So the same with black and white. Right now we turn image into black and white, though when we turn this into luminosity blending mode, the thing that is happening, we do not affect the color anymore but the lights. The problem with black and white adjustment layer is that it changed the settings. So like as you can see by the fact that we just apply black and white adjustment layer, we have more bluish, more light on the blue color, so we would have to take it down to adjust. But as you can see, it gives you in one place control on each specific color. We can darken the reds, so as you can see this area over here darken, we can brighten the yellows. So like it's giving you a lot of possibilities, and the thing that I like about this tool that we have everything in one place. So like I would go something with that. The image looks a little bit brighter, but it doesn't give me such a perfect control as I can have using selective color. I just feel more comfortable with selective color. So also that's why in this example I'm not using black and white, but you can experiment this, and black and white sometimes can be better for a very specific thing. For example, if you have blue background and you want to just darken this blue background, the black and white would work just perfect for it. So right now about selective color. So I'm going to rename this into color light, and let's open this. By default it will not change any color for us, as you can see, because we didn't change any settings. And I would start with color blue. As I mentioned, I feel it's too bright. It has actually very similar light amount of light as the face, and I don't really like it. So like I would rather darken this, and like of course in the left side you brighten this, and the right side we darken this. And also the reason why I'm using black, because this affects the total amount of the light on the color. We could also work with very specific color, like we could manipulate by yellows that exist on the blue color, but it doesn't give you really that result. The effects are very soft, so I really like working with just last slider. So like of course like that was too much. I darken my blue color. What else I would like to do? Like that's a little bit too much. I'm sure I will work with color, maybe greens and I'm going to see if I will affect it at least a little bit. I would like to darken my background a little bit. So like that. That's the thing that I'm going to try to do. It's not working so strongly, but a little bit paid off its effects, and also the face. I need more light on the face. So for this, I would use yellows and just bring up a little bit light from the yellows. So that's how it looks like. It's really nice. We have nice contrasts, though still I feel a little bit too much of the blues, and I feel this blue color might take domination over the face, and we don't really want that. So rather stay careful. And reds are rather confusing. I don't want to brighten up the light because, as you can see, it flattens face. I would rather add some of the contrast. So I'm just going to darken the reds, and the issue is it's actually darken the lips too much, and I don't really like that. So like I was doing everything in this one layer, so like as you can see, the cheek a little bit darkened, though I want my lips to be a little bit brighter. What I will do, I will create new selective color layer, and I'm just going to call this lips lights. And of course you can do this using curve or anything, but it will be just very simple to work that way. I'm just going to brighten this up, invert layer mask with white color and flow at 100. I'm just going to paint over the lips. I believe it's extremely simple, and as you can see, we achieve the things that we wanted. We darken the cheekbones, we add some gloss into the lips, not actual gloss, but like we recover lights, and a little bit, maybe too much. Want to put this into one group and color lights. Of course, what you need to pay attention, what you need to remember, that's a very soft change, is that there is many creative ways of using colors and light, and also you can work in different ways. For example, something I didn't show you is working with selective color, for example, and to support yourself you can work with color range. For example, if I have need working with yellow color, the color range would work just perfect for this. It picks up automatically where we have the amount of yellow colors, and as you can see by working with sliders, the effect will be very soft, but it gives us a lot of control over the yellow color, and of course the changes that you're going to apply to your image will not be super strong. So like even if it affects then your image very softly, it gives you this nice control over the image. So that was something I wanted to show you, and now let's move to another lesson. The changes are actually very small, but changes always has to be small. If the changes are too massive, it means that sometimes we might overdo the things. But that's how I'm keeping control over the lights on Specyfic colors.